Hello, I'm meteorologist Carly Kovacic with the National Weather Service in Peachtree City. We are going to go ahead and get started with this week's briefing. This is the first fall briefing of 2014. We actually have a somewhat tricky forecast in store this week, so let's go ahead and get right into it. I want to start out by showing the current conditions at the surface. The orange line you see extending from the Central Gulf eastward into central Florida and up the Atlantic seaboard is a stationary front. This front will shift north slightly this weekend as a warm front, and we will talk about the implications this will have on rain chances in a few slides. The high pressure system you see located over New England has been responsible for the cooler and more pleasant conditions we experienced most of this week. Many of you have probably noticed that it's more cloudy this morning, and you can see it well in this morning's visible satellite imagery. The surface high over New England I just mentioned in the previous slide has led to a wedge that has settled across Georgia. Now this, combined with some moisture upglide from the Gulf, which we often refer to as isentropic lift, has led to increased cloud cover. We are expecting clouds to scatter out this afternoon, but they may linger across our eastern counties most of the day. Some areas may experience some drizzle this morning as well. The main concern is an unsettled weather pattern that is forecast to begin late this week into the weekend. Shown here are the rain chances for the rest of this week, including today and Friday. Increasing moisture upglide from the eastern Gulf may lead to a few light showers across the eastern portion of the area. Accumulations are expected to be light, if any, and instability is forecast to remain minimal, so no thunder is expected. The higher rain chances will begin on Sunday and continue into Monday. This forecast is a little tricky, as models are trying to handle several closed upper lows meandering across the central U.S., while also hinting at a low-pressure wave developing in the Gulf. The stationary front I mentioned in the first slide will also be moving north into the Florida Panhandle. The general consensus is for rain chances to increase Sunday evening and continue into Monday afternoon. Instability remains weak to minimal, so a few rumbles of thunder may be heard, but this looks more like a pure rain event. Now, dry weather will move in on Tuesday for the remainder of the week. Here's the predicted rainfall totals today through next Thursday, with the brighter colors indicating higher rainfall totals. The Weather Prediction Center is currently forecasting most of Georgia to receive between 1¼ to up to 2 inches of rainfall. Most of this precipitation will occur late this weekend through Monday. With a decent period of rain forecast, I just want to quickly go over the current drought conditions. Several parts of West Georgia are in abnormally dry conditions, with most of southern Georgia experiencing more severe drought conditions. While no flooding is forecast this week, the precipitation this weekend will certainly act to initiate some alleviation from these conditions. And overall drought conditions are currently forecast to improve in the coming months. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast for Atlanta, shown on the top, and Macon, shown on the bottom. Temperatures are forecast to remain relatively steady through the next week, mainly in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. The bigger concern will be the precipitation chances. Rain chances will increase in the eastern portion of the area beginning tomorrow, but are expected to remain light with little chance of thunder. Higher rainfall totals will be likely Sunday into Monday across most of the area, with amounts between 1 and 2 inches possible. Instability over the weekend looks weak to minimal, so thunder chances remain low but not zero. Severe weather is not expected. Glancing at the tropics, not too much is going on, and nothing is forecast to affect Georgia or the southeastern U.S. in the coming week. Shown in the upper left are the current conditions, and shown in the bottom right is the 5-day forecast. An area of low pressure is currently located east of the Windward Islands in the equatorial Atlantic. Showers and thunderstorms are currently disorganized and are forecast to continue to be disorganized over the next 5 days. Thus, the National Hurricane Center is predicting a very low chance of further development. But do keep in mind that hurricane season is still active until November 30th of this year. In summary, the main points to take away from this week's briefing are the shower chances set to increase on Friday across eastern Georgia. These showers will be light and no thunder is expected. Rain will likely move into most of the area Sunday night and will continue into Monday. This is where we are forecasting the higher rainfall totals between about 1 inch and 2 inches. Most of the area will see steady temperatures through the next week, mainly ranging from the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. And same as last week, the tropics are expected to remain quiet.